I need notes, but that's also to make sure that I don't change what I was going to say so the interpreter can keep up. I think the most important thing about the exchange between Quest and FTHK is that it's finally given us a link to get out of South Africa. And I don't mean get out as in run away. I mean that we are the only company in South Africa that's doing what it is that we do, which is great, but it's also very challenging because it doesn't give us any opportunities to learn and develop and rub up against other institutions or organizations that are doing what it is we do. And when I say what it is we do, I mean visual theatre that happens to include deaf and hearing performers. So as Tim says, we've been chatting for 2 years about how to get this project together, about how to connect these two organizations to really make a meaningful impact, certainly from my point of view, on the deaf community in South Africa. So, this is the birthing of it. In South Africa, our company comes up against challenges that I think are quite different to what the deaf community experiences here in DC. The opportunities from work to training to linguistics opportunities is just vastly different. We have an unemployment rate of about 80% in the deaf community in South Africa, 80, which stems from a very low literacy rates, which stems from a very bad deaf education system. I say it's factually, not because I'm ratting out my own country, but this is really the environment in which we're working. So teaming up with an institution like Gallaudet, as well as QuestFest and Quest itself, has been vital in really accessing opportunities for our deaf members and through them our broader deaf community in South Africa to access opportunities, life-changing opportunities that really develop them as individuals. So it's important for us to, yes, come to America, taste how things are here and get a sense of it. I know, Lindsay, you're a good example of having moved from South Africa to America, so you know what the vast difference is. But also to bring Quest to us, to really get a sense of how it can work, how other organizations do it, and to really see some fires lit in the hearts of our deaf community that can see what is possible. So this whole exchange, this is step 2, but I think Tim and I are extremely confident that it's going to be more than step 2, because we both recognize how meaningful this exchange is on a much broader concept than simply what you're going to see tonight. As such, you guys are making history right now. You are seeing the very kernel, the very beginning of what is going to be a much larger process that I hope you will be part of along the way to really get a sense of what it is doing on a personal sense, a professional sense, an intercultural sense. As Tim has to thank the funders from this side, so we have had some very generous people who have gotten behind the project, who we hope will keep as generous. We need to thank the Distel Foundation. And here, this one's for you, Tim. The Nellie Atkinson Trust. They're part of BOE. Is that better? BOE. And then Ed. Ed is our most generous individual donor, who's pretty much the reason that we're here. He gave 80% of the funding of his own personal cash towards getting FTHK to America. So I hope that's a sign of things to come.